Hi, welcome to my channel. If you're new, thank you for coming. If you've been watching my content before, thank you for coming back. And as you can tell from the title, we're going to be doing a smoky high together. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. Thank you. So, I'm starting off with the Osh Brow Tamer. I'm going to use that to lock my brows. I like to use them so they don't fly, my brows don't fly here and there. And so I use the powder to dust over it so it can be matte and easy for my brow pencil to slide through. So I'm using the Davies pencil actually. If you're Nigerian, you'll be conversant with this pencil. Is about 200 naira now. Some sell it for 100 naira actually. So I'm doing a straight line, and then when I get to the arc, I'm going to turn over. I'm going to just bring it down a bit. I know you understand what I'm trying to say here, but then now I'm going to go over to the top and make the same stroke and then connect my line, both the top and the down line. I'm connecting them together, and then I'm going to make strokes from the beginning of my brows, and then I'm just going to go through to the back with the same step and just fill it in. And now I'm going to be doing the same thing with the other side, the same way I lined the brows on the left part is the same way I'm going to be doing the one on the right part. So just a straight line, and then find your arc, then turn, then do the same for the top. Find your arc also and turn. You shouldn't mind any mistake actually, because you can always clean that up with your concealer. So that's my concealer, and I'm using the LA concealer in Cool Tan. Yeah, I think that's the name. Now I like to begin my brows from the middle, not necessarily the front, but I like to go over from the middle so I'll be able to get my arc well. Because I realized when I start from the very beginning, I always make so much mistakes when I get to the arc, when I want to turn at that arc. So I basically just start from the middle and then just pull through, get my arc, and then perfect the back of the brow, the end of the brow. And I blend immediately actually, guys. You need to blend immediately. But yeah, I'm starting from the beginning of this part of the brow because I don't know how to get my right brow from the arc sometimes. But anyone that works for you, actually, whatever works for you is fine. And in this video, I'm not using my regular brow, my concealer brush, because I lost it when I went to do makeup for a client. So I'm just improvising at the moment. So my hand never really strong to hold this kind of brush. But we'll always pull through and get it right. So I'm cleaning up the top of my brow basically, but I'm using the foundation in a color, which is golden caramel, golden caramel. Oh no, I got it wrong. It's actually Maybelline. I will list out the product I use in the description box. I'm so sorry. This is not Zikel. I use the Maybelline foundation to do this. Now I'm taking a concealer brush and I'm just blending in all the excess concealer that we used. I'm blending them into our skin and using it to prep our brows, our eyelid at the same time. So now we're done with the brows. Look at how flawless. Remember, your brows are just sisters. They are not twins. So now I'm going back in with the Cool Tan concealer. And I'm using it to blend out, like to prep the eyelid I'm doing that for the other side. Whatever I do on the left side, I do on the right side. So I'm going to blend out all those ash lines. Those are crease. Like the concealer keeps creasing, so I have to blend that out like multiple times. So now I'm going in with my BenNye eyeshadow primer. My camera lens, like, it got blurry at a point, but then I fixed it. So just bear with me. So I'm using that as a base for my eyeshadow. I like to use this particular one. If I'm not using House of Tara, I'm using BenNye. And yeah, my favorite eyeshadow palette, the ewaronke palette. I'm using that pink color over there. I'm going through my transition process. So I used it on like up a crease, but then higher than a crease a bit. I don't know what name to call that, but it's like in a crease area, but just a bit higher. And then I'm going to use this orange color too around that brow bone. So I like to lift that part of the face because I want the product to get in the right places, and I wouldn't want it to destroy my brows also at the same time. So I lift the brows of the face up. So now we have two colors. We have the pink and the orange. And then the third color I'm going to be going in with is this. It looks almost wine. It's a very deep color, but you can see the color. So, and then I'm going to use that in a crease area. And then blend it out to the outer part, the outer two dots. Then slowly go in so I can blend all the colors together. You don't want to be having no ash lines, so you have to keep blending and blending. Blending is my cardio. So yeah, I kept blending and blending, trying to make sure all the products got into the right places. So now I'm going to use this white color. It's cream actually. I'm going to be using it in the brow bone area. I like to use that particular color after all my colors have gone in because it makes the brow bone calm and it blends in all the colors together. So I like to use that color after my makeup, after my eye makeup is almost done, at least my transition color. So I'm just going to be using that cream color to blend in all the colors that I already used. Trust me, it's going to be very smooth now. Usually some people use it before their eyeshadow process, before their transition color, but I like to use it after because it gives me a better blend. So for this, remember we're doing a black smoky eye look today, and I want it to be extremely deep, so I'm going in with my karite gel liner. I'm going to use that as a base so it can be deep. Like, I want the black to come out. I want it to be very dark. So I'm going to use this black color as a base. And then just go. I'm not going to pass my crease area because I would still blend. So I'm just going to apply it in like a smaller portion of the eyes. So this is another palette. I think the name is G. I'll list it in the description box. But I always buy products that sometimes I don't know the name. I just like some colors on it and then I just buy them. So I use the black color in that palette. I just used it to mattify the old gel liner that I used. So now I'm going to the top, like blending out all the black eye look. So now I went over with the other brush I used that has the leftover from the wine color I used for the crease. I'm just going over. I didn't put any product. I just used it to blend out the ash lines from the black one. So I did the other part of the eyes off camera. I don't want my videos to be extremely long. I wouldn't want to waste your time, you. So now I'm cleaning out all the colors on our face with this makeup remover. I got it from a store in Trade Fair in Lagos State. So I know so many people know Trade Fair, but I got it from them. I got it from one store there. It's easier to use this makeup remover than using a wipe. So I'm going to moisturize her face with Love Nature from Oriflame. I'm just going to tap that everywhere. I like the fact that she has so much acne. Yeah. So I like using this particular moisturizer because it has tea tree, which is oil control, which has oil control in it. So the next I'm going in with is the Pond's primer. It is also oil. It also has an oil control. For people that have acne prone skins, it's best to use products with oil control. So the Milani foundation. Ah, this is the foundation I used. I'm sure you can see it already. So at the end of the day, it wasn't even Maybelline I used to conceal the top of her brows. It was Milani. I have so many foundations. I'm so sorry. So sometimes I tend to forget the product I used. But then I'm going to just list the foundation and everything, every product I used in the description box. I wouldn't want to have you confused. So I'm blending in with my beauty blender. I got this from a store on Instagram. Oh, now I'm going to conceal with this focallure in the shade porcelain. It's a very bright white. She's a very fair client, so I'm going to be using these bright colors also. Have you seen the eyeshadow look is really popping. Like, it's so dark. So always remember to use, if you're using a black eyeshadow, if you're going to be using a black smoky eye, it is best to actually use a gel liner first so it can give you this result. So I'm just concealing. I'm going over with my blending brush, but another side of the beauty blender. I said blending brush, beauty blender. Forgive me. Then now I'm doing contour with the LA Pro Concealer in top, no, in toffee. Yeah, I think toffee. My model is watching TV, so she's so distracted. This is my Zikel powder. I'm just going to set my face with this. I use a powder to prep my face, to put all those concealer and foundation, all the cream products in place, because it gives me a better look. Like, it locks everything up. That's why I use a powder to first prep and set the all the cream products before I go in with my setting powder. And sometimes I don't even use the setting powder anymore. So now I'm using the same powder palette. There's a dark shade in it. I'm using it for my contour. And then the contour, I just do my contour like just few inches away from our cheekbone. Totally depends on the face type though. And I came down. I brought my contour down. You see the shape of the contour in the video, so I'm sure you get it. And now I did the nose contour also, so the face can be slimmer. Now I'm going to go with my lip stick. I make a V sign to outline the lips first. I always draw a V shape first and then go over with the rest, then blend it out. Then I'm applying this pink lipstick from, I bought it from China. I don't remember the supplier. I bought it from China. So I'm just going to blend. While I'm blending, I don't just go into the lipstick directly. Like, I blend from the top. I blend it into the last color that I used. And now I'm using a nude color. So I'm blending the same way. Just right on the top to blend in with the previous color. I'm not just blending. I'm connecting all the colors together so it doesn't look like one color is standing away from the other. And then this is my favorite part of makeup. I always like to outline the lips. It gives it a different definition. It makes it look like really outlined, really out there. I don't know how to put it, but it makes the lip look extremely different. Not just yama yama. It makes it look really nice when you outline the lip. So yeah, don't forget to outline the lip. So now I'm going over the same powder palette, Zikel. I'm going over with this powder on the whole face. I'm going to powder the whole face with a shade, as a powder shade. Now I'm doing the lashes. So first of all, I'm using my Maybelline mascara to lift our eyelashes. Then when that dries out, I always like to let it dry. Sometimes I even go over with my mascara at the end. So now I use the blush, and now I'm going to do my highlights. I start with the nose, then use the excess product to blend the rest of the nose. I'm sure if you've been watching my videos on my channel before, you will understand how I actually do my highlights. So from the nose, we just blend into the nose bridge. And now this is I went over with my setting spray. It's Stay Dewy. That's the name of the setting spray. I'll list that in my description box also. So we are done with the makeup. And then I decided to give it a little twist later. I did a halo look, a golden halo look. It didn't even take so much time to do. So here is my black smoky eye. I hope you learned something from it. Give it a thumbs up, like the video, subscribe to my channel, and yes, thank you so much for watching. Bye. I wait the new video. Hi.